the 2021 Philadelphia Phillies.
Are you ready for a good time? We've been ready for a good time. Let your head down, baby.
Out to center field. That one is gone! A two-run home run for Bryce Harper. Swing and a miss. He got him! The Phillies have swept out the New York Mets. Over to second for one. Over to first. In time! Fly ball out to left. Forget about it. It's a one-run game. Swing and a miss. He was fantastic today. It is gone! Way back to right, and that's a game changer. Toward the wall. Yes, sir! Gonna do it in a big way. Kutch has won it. Forget about it. This game is over. And the Phillies walk them off again. Game over, baby. Harper's already at third. He's coming home.
This is Scott Franzke. It's hard to believe I've been a part of the Phillies broadcast team for over 15 years. In that time, I've seen just about everything. MVP players, Cy Young pitchers, 5 division winners, and a world championship. There have been some down times as well, but nothing could be as strange and unsettling than the 2020 COVID-shortened season. We played a disjointed 60-game schedule with no fans in the stands and no postseason appearance. And while it was remarkable that baseball was able to complete the season at all, the Phillies were left with a lot of unanswered questions. It was difficult to measure the development in our younger players, and the farm system was almost completely shut down because of the pandemic. The biggest fear was that we would lose a quarter of our starting lineup to free agency. Didi Gregorius and fan favorite JT Realmuto were on the brink of becoming ex-Phillies. The offseason began under a cloud of gloom. All of that changed on December 11th, when David Dombrowski was brought in as president of baseball operations. He brought a long and successful resume to the table and seemed to immediately brighten the outlook.
He's taken 4 clubs to the World Series. Twice he went in Detroit, won the World Series in Florida in '97, won the World Series in Boston. So that's what the Phillies are hoping for. It's a little bit like when they brought in Pat Gillick. They had a nucleus that they thought was approaching the time to win. This is the guy they hitched their wagon to because there was that urgency to get to October, urgency to win a division, snap this long postseason drought.
David began his watch by signing a flurry of veteran arms to help stabilize the bullpen and rotation. Then, he hooked the big fish. By the beginning of the spring, the roster was in pretty good shape, but the players and staff were all in uncharted waters as we began the first pandemic training camp, complete with new protocols and complex schedules. Still, it was great to see sunshine and baseball again, and the excitement and promise of a new season seemed all that more soothing. The camp had an easy vibe. The chemistry was clearly growing.
Sweating like an animal.
It looks like a
Yes, that's why I was saying the scouts were talking about it.
They were?
Yeah.
Intangibles?
Yeah, the intangies.
Way high.
Right here.
Oh.
Can be on TV.
That's the way they mic
That's
you?
it, right here.
That's the guy that mic you?
Yeah.
Pretty good, huh?
Hey, get him in the line. The team need Hector. Sorry.
Big swim guy. I can swim. No. Clear Wooter. Wooter.
JT liked what he saw with the pitching staff.
I think we have a lot of depth this year. I think the front office has done a great job of bringing in guys that can really help us. They have a lot of experience that just kind of add some depth to the back of our rotation. And then in the bullpen, we have a lot of new faces that have had a lot of success in the big league. So overall, I'm really excited about our pitching staff.
The Phillies had been very successful in keeping our players and staff healthy during the beginning of COVID. Would that be able to continue?
2020 was a dry run for the 2021 spring training. We had to sort of anticipate spring training starting on time, but also be ready to go if spring training was going to be early or late based on the COVID climate throughout the country. It's a human Sudoku puzzle to try to fit the volume of players and coaches and staff members that we need to bring to spring training into a building that's pre-existing.
Joe Girardi explained the difficulty of running the 2021 training camp, of trying to avoid large groups of players being together. The unsung hero of the spring was the camp coordinator, bench coach Rob Thompson.
It's a puzzle, and he loves to do crossword puzzles, and that's what he considers this. And he loves the idea of being able to put it all together, and he puts so much time and effort, and he has to coordinate with all of the coaches, you know. And our schedule's 3 pages long because people are coming in at different times. He is the best in the world. I'm not even going to say in our country. He is the best in the world at putting a schedule together.
Take those names, put them on here, just to make sure the guys aren't playing too many days in a row, they aren't playing too many innings.
The camp finished with an air of enthusiasm. The team was relatively healthy, and clubhouse chemistry was clicking.
We all want normalcy, right? We're all longing for that. I think there's a ton of talent in that room, and I think that we're going to have depth. We're going to spread the responsibilities around because of that depth, and I'm really excited about this club.
I don't ever come into a year and say, I want to make the playoffs. I want to win the World Series. I mean, that's why we put the uniform on. And just be the best person that you can be individually and collectively as a team. And I'll take our chances.
After a long and busy spring, it truly was time to come home. There's nothing like opening day, but this year was a little bit more than special.
It has been more than 500 days since the last time a fan came through the gates at Citizens Bank Park. Look how rusted the lock is. But the fans are back. The rally towels are rolling. The masks are on. Social distancing is in order.
Fans in attendance. It was September the 29th of 2019, the last time fans were allowed through the gates here at Citizens Bank Park to witness a baseball game.
We started out with everything going by the script. Good pitching and a strong defense.
150 days. And a line drive caught by Alec Bohm. Jumping high in the air over third base, 2 away.
Gifted young man down there at third, and we're lucky to have him.
And a called strike 3, 91 on swing and a miss, 100 miles an hour. Serves it out towards shallow left center field. Didi Gregorius is there. Oh, what a play! What a route, what a grab, and what a way to end the top of the 9th inning.
Late in the game, we were knotted at 2.
Over toward third, and it's over the head of Riley down the left field line. Harper scores easily. Gene Segura was a man on a mission, and the mission was victory.
Copy that. The next game, it was Zach Wheeler's turn.
Swing and a miss, 98. Swing and a miss. And a called strike 3. Swing and a miss. 10 strikeouts, 17 consecutive.
Then we broke out our secret weapon on offense.
Line drive down the left field line. That's a base hit going to the corner. It's an RBI double for Zach Wheeler. He's doing it all.
And Zach left the game with more hits than hits allowed.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And a called strike 3 on the inside corner. And the Phillies pitchers have combined on a 1-hit shutout in Game 2.
On Easter Sunday, Zach Eflin dominated the Braves lineup.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And a called strike 3. 8 strikeouts for Zach Eflin.
And in the 8th, the kid came through again.
1-2 is lined into center field, a base hit. Hoskins around third, heading for home. The throw to the plate is not in time. Alec Bohm comes through again. And the ball game is over. The Phillies have swept out the Atlanta Braves.
The next night, the Mets came to town. We ran into a buzzsaw named Jacob deGrom.
Swing and a foul tip, 100 miles an hour. 7 strikeouts for DeGrom.
But we were about to see a trend that would continue throughout the season. The comeback.
Hoskins is held. We're tied
In the 8th inning, we put up a 5 spot and never looked back.
5-run 8th inning.
The Mets then scratched out their first win of the season.
First loss of the year for the Phillies.
But on the last game of the homestand, the bats came alive.
Back, it is gone! They win it 8-2 this afternoon. The long ball helped the Phils to the victory, and that's a heck of a way to start a homestand in 2021.
It was a great start to the season. And after the 5-1 homestand, we could all breathe a sigh of relief that baseball was finally back, and we were perhaps on our way to some kind of normalcy. It also gave us a chance to reflect and honor those who helped carry us through the difficult first year of the pandemic.
We're proud to honor some of the amazing individuals who continue to go above and beyond for our community during the pandemic.
When I think of a frontline worker, I don't really think of myself. I'm just doing my job.
There are a lot of other people that we've seen throughout this pandemic that have gone above and beyond to support people, to help people.
Our focus is to give back to people that are in need.
You don't go into your job for somebody to say, oh, great job. You literally go in your job to make a difference in somebody's lives.
I don't think of myself as a hero. I think of myself as just an ordinary person doing the best I can to help people.
You want your kids to see how hard you work, what it's like to give back to a community.
We can make it through this together, all of us, no matter what job we have.
If you take yourself out of the picture and do something that's for somebody else without any self-benefit, I think everybody would be heroes.
Now it was off to our first road trip into pandemic America. First stop, Atlanta. The Braves were out to show they too were for real.
Center field. And it is going to be a long home run. Wow. Tapper back to the mound. He goes home too late and the run scores.
The next night, we grinded out a win to avoid the sweep. Then it was on to New York, where little mistakes kept adding up.
And off the bag is Roman Quinn. It drops in front of Hazley. You think he just misread that, or?
I don't think he had a good read on it.
As the Phillies go down quietly in their half of the ninth inning, 1, 2, 3. 14 of the 27 outs. Strikeouts.
We returned home back at 500. It's always a special day, the Fanatic's birthday. And he always brings out the best in his buddy, Bryce Harper.
And a high fly ball to deep right field. Hooking toward the pole. It is gone! Into the second deck.
He's always had a special bond with the broadcasters as well.
I'll take the grapes. You can take the salad.
Salad and grapes.
Well, but look, the salad looks like it could have come right off his body, so why would I want to eat that? Look. Doesn't that look like wilted lettuce?
But the player who seemed really inspired by the big green guy was Aaron Nola.
Curveball cut out and missed. Swing and a miss. 94 on the heater. Swing and a miss. Oh, that's 10 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. The first complete game shutout in 9 innings for Aaron Nola. He was fantastic today.
And while some guys enjoyed early success,
and the Phillies win it on a walk-off single by Andrew Knapp as they beat the Giants 6-5.
our defense and bullpen seemed to halt our progress.
And the Rockies have won the game here in the bottom of the ninth inning. In the dirt, gets away from Real Muto, and the ball game is over. A wild pitch gives the Cardinals the victory. Field right at Brad Miller. He can't make the play. He misjudged it at the last moment. Carlson's around third, heading for home, and he will score.
Even our wins seemed a little shaky.
Swung on, hit high in the air to left center field. Odubel on toward the track, looking for the wall. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
In St. Louis, Bryce Harper had a very scary moment.
Oh, man. Oh. and hit him right in the face.
In an incredibly classy move, Bryce reached out to the young pitcher who threw the pitch to assure him he was okay.
When you first saw that happen, it was jarring. The young pitcher on the other side, Genesis Cabrera, was really shaken up by it. Harper goes to the hospital, gets checked out, calls him on the phone and says, hey, I don't want you to worry about this. You're out there competing. This stuff happens. I'm going to be fine. You're going to have a good career. We move on from this. And I respect you as a man and a competitor. And the organization in St. Louis recognized that and awarded Harper the Stan Musial Award for sportsmanship. It was a great show of sportsmanship and courage that night in St. Louis.
On the last day of April, the Mets returned to Philly for the second time this season. As that old adage goes, familiarity breeds contempt.
The Phillies fans have already jumped on the rivalry of Lindor, greeting it with boos the first time they were in town and picking it up even here.
It was a breezy day with a lot of crazy plays.
Maton is going to have to battle the winds, and he does, makes the catch. Right field line, look at the wind take this. Wow, what a play by Matt Joyce! He stayed with it, and he was able to keep his eyes on it.
That was a bit of a ballet leap. I'm sure that offends a ballet dancer, but
nothing is routine with the wind blowing the way it's blowing here tonight.
Entertainment value right there.
He is definitely that.
The wind was pushing it forward. The ball was pushing it back.
I do have to say that of all the players on the club today that remind me of Jimmy Rollins, Kutch might be as close to Jimmy Rollins-esque as I've seen.
Meanwhile, up in the TV booth, Jimmy Rollins proved that if you have the most hits in Phillies history, you pretty much get the royal treatment.
I love the city. I love the Middletons. I mean, what a great time to be in the booth.
Oh, it's so great.
Near the end of the game, things got a little testy.
Was hit by that pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Alvarado found the strike zone at the ends, and he's yelling at Dominic Smith. Oh, he threw his glove away. The benches are going to clear. Inside ball 4. Hoskins saying something to Castro and McCann walking him up. Now the benches are starting to bubble again. Bouncer to first. Glove by Rhys Hoskins on the dive. Stumbles to the first base bag, and the ball game is over.
Back to 500. It was a great way to end the first month. Next came another hot streak.
And a high fly ball to deep left field into the Knights. A 2-run second deck home run for JT Realmuto. And the Phillies have taken the lead. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says Hunter Wendelstedt. And the ball game is finally over.
On a ball club mixed with veterans and youth, the older guys began to step up.
Out towards center field. On the run is Bradley Jr. Out to the wall. It is gone! To the wall. It is gone! It's a 2-home run game! 1 to center, 1 to left. Brad Miller whacks one deep to right field toward the pole. It is gone! Into the second deck. A 3-run bomb!
Second deck!
Fly ball, left field, not deep. McCutchen lines it up, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Sam Coonrod gets the last 5 outs.
In early May, the Phillies were now playing inspired baseball.
Grand slam, Didi Gregorius. Swing and a miss. He got him 99 at the knees. Another 1-run victory for the Phils. In the air, right center field, pretty deep. Going back is Taylor. It is gone! Opposite field, home run for Alec Bohm. And a liner down the left field line toward the corner. That is a fair ball. It kicks up some dust. McCutchen will score. Miller to third. RBI double for Rhys Hoskins. 2-0 Phillies.
Maybe they just wanted to give my partner a birthday present.
Today is Larry Anderson's 80th birthday. Happy birthday, Larry.
Happy birthday, Larry.
We like to call him Grandpa around here. Swing and a miss. And a called strike 3. Finish off the Brewers here in the top of the 7th. And he does. Swing and a miss. He got him with a curveball. 8 strikeouts for Wheeler. He is dealing this afternoon.
He's just punching tickets this year, putting people away. You know, it's really cool to see his confidence grow. Looks like he's really understood who he is as a pitcher and as a player, and he's put it all together, and it's been so much fun to watch.
His focus is anybody can be on a mound, and as competitive as anybody can be on the mound. And you see it. The results speak for themselves. What makes it even greater is that he's humble about everything. You know, he goes out and throws 8-9 innings, and he comes out of the game, comes in the next day like it never even happened.
In the air to right field. It's not deep. Long run for everybody. Foul territory. Hoskins is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over. A complete game shutout as Zach Wheeler helps the Phils to a 4-game sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers.
And just like that, the mojo reversed.
Line drive, left field. That's in for a base hit. 1 is in. Here comes 2. Heading to third is Swanson. He's being waved home. He's going to score. Unbelievable. We're tied at 7. The 1-2 to Adrianza. Hit toward right field, and that will be the ball game. In such absurd fashion, the Atlanta Braves down 3 runs, win it 8-7 in the 12th inning, and the Phillies didn't record an out.
Because the Blue Jays couldn't play in Canada, our weird pandemic schedule brought us back to Dunedin, Florida, and the troubles continued.
Kingery venturing back, and it's over his head and off the base of the wall. Swing and a miss. 96 miles an hour. Beasley wins the battle, and the Blue Jays hang on and beat the Phillies 10-8.
Bryce and JT were nicked up and missed some time. On May 25th, in a 2-0 win in Miami, Rhys Hoskins provided the only offense for the Phils and showed a little emotion as well. A few days later, he wore a mic for the YouTube broadcast.
Jesus. God, that happens once a game. Yeah, dude! I might have said a couple bad words along the way, but sorry, Dad.
On the other side of the state, we dropped a pair of games to the Rays.
For a base hit, rounding third, heading for home is a Rosarena. The throw is way offline, and now here comes Meadows. The throw is offline again, and a sloppy 10 seconds comes to a close.
You think people think we drink during these games?
They might. He's being waved home. Roman fell going from third to home, and he's hurt.
Roman Quinn was lost for the season, and the sloppy play continued. May 31st, Memorial Day in Cincy.
The Reds smothering the Phillies. And the Reds, they have thumped the Phillies behind Wade Miley. 11-1 the final score. The Reds have taken game 1 of this 3-game series.
As the calendar flipped to June, the team looked for some way to change their fortunes. In the pregame dugout, Andrew McCutchen thought he found a sign.
First couple of innings, we had a bird poop on a couple of us. That had to be some type of luck. Something's going to change. So we went off that and scored 17 runs. So
a classic case of whatever it takes.
Deep to left field, it is gone.
Man, did he just crush this ball.
It is gone. A home run for Torreyes. No doubt about it. The second home run of the night for Odubel Herrera. That ball's hit out toward right field. That's well hit. Going back on it is Castellanos to the wall. It's gone. Another home run. Third one of the inning. Swing and a miss. He got him. That's 1,000 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. He's the fastest Philly to reach 1,000. That one is pulled deep to left field toward the corner. It is gone. Second home run of the night for Andrew McCutchen. A grand slam for Matt Joyce. And it's now 17-3. Phillies on top.
When we started piling on those runs, we just kept saying it's all because of that bird. It was our good luck for that game.
A baseball season is always full of surprises, players that really weren't counted on in spring training that went on to make an impact. Take Nick Maton, for example.
To start with the number 9 hitter. He hits it in the air to deep right field. Nick Maton, his first big league home run. That one's pretty well hit, and it is gone. He's got a 2-home run game.
Probably hit 4th tomorrow, Tom.
And then there was Ranger Suarez, who was called up to the big club in May.
And a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Beautifully placed changeup.
That was to be his first big league win.
He waits the 2-2 pitch. And a called strike 3. And the ball game is over. Connor Brogdon.
And that was his first big league save. But of all the young guys called up this year, there was no better beginning to their Phillies career than Luke Williams. Not even on the 40-man roster at the start of the season, Luke had been tearing up AAA. Then he was named to Team USA and helped them to an Olympic berth. He would have represented America in Japan had he not received his call to the big leagues on June 8th.
Shows bunt, bunts toward third. How about that for a beautiful bunt? And it goes right on by Freddie Freeman. But Williams is speeding to third. Well, that'll get everybody to embrace you. A bunt single for his first major league hit. And then showing the speed that we love during spring training.
The next night, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, down by a run.
Fly ball left field. Heredia is going back toward the wall. It's a 2-run walk-off home run. Luke Williams. Yes, sir. How about this welcome to Philadelphia? Wow. A 2-1 victory by the Phils with a 2-run walk-off here at the bottom of the 9th inning. That was incredible. Luke, I know you mentioned your family. What is that like to give them this gift?
Can't even explain it. It's pretty awesome.
It's magic moments like that that seem to be contagious. The next day,
out to left center field, well hit. Almonte's going back toward the 387 sign. It's off the top of the wall. The Phillies win it 4-3 here in the bottom of the 10th inning. The celebration around Gene Segura.
it looked like the Braves now knew that we were for real. We played them tight for the rest of the season. You could feel the buzz all over the city, and with the Yankees in town, everyone knew the place would be rocking.
Flared out to center field. That'll drop in for a hit. One run is in. Segura stumbles around third. He'll head home. He'll score. It's 2-0 Phillies. Swing and a miss. He got him. 93 from Velasquez. And bouncer toward third. Diving stop for Shella. He throws home. Not in time! 3 in a row. Walk-off wins for the Phils.
Oh, look at this.
Back toward the middle of base hit. This is going to score 2. It's a 2-run single for Segura. What can he not do? And a line drive back through the middle, a base hit, another run scores. RBI for JT, his second of the day. McCutchen pulls into second with his second double of the day. He points out to the fans in left field, and the Phillies lead at 7-0.
That was cool.
I had a salty Yankees fan out there, so I had to let him know who was boss. So, yeah, I was pointing at him like, yeah, keep talking.
This is probably the most confident stretch that we have seen this offense.
Bigger things happen. When you think small, you get big.
9 strikeouts for Nola. Love it. Love it. 38,000 plus. Helping to lift Aaron Nola this afternoon. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the Phillies sweep out the Yankees for the first time since '97.
It was great to see the ballpark filled and the electricity return to CBP.
It was good. It's always good to come play in front of your own fans, have a packed crowd. These last 2 days have been tremendous as well. You know, it just feels good for it just to get some normalcy here.
There's no better example of how great the Phillies fans are than the Fandemic crew.
Let's go Phillies! Let's go Phillies!
During the empty stadium days of the 2020 season, they were a constant presence outside the ballpark. Their dedication and passion was not unnoticed.
We were actually the first fans in, and there was only 10 of us, and they let us in, and we walked through inside with players for the first time in, 18 months or so, and it was just fabulous to be back inside, to see everybody. I remember it was freezing cold that day, but I couldn't have been warmer because I was so excited to be back and see Phillies baseball.
It was like the ballpark had an aura to it, man. It was like it needed us.
It sticks out, and I think in a town like this, it's pretty hard to do, right? It's a little cliche, but it's such a passionate fan base, so that if you stick out in that type of environment, you must be doing something above and beyond.
So that's the support we get, nightly by them, and they're up in that third deck now in right field, and I hear them all night long. And then once we leave the ballpark, they're usually out there waving at us and cheering us on.
But then just to see them, every game, you can see the sign from the dugout. It's definitely noticeable, and I think those are, those little nuances and those little things are kind of what makes this fan base what it is.
These guys, they want to win for Philadelphia. They're a part of us. So, we want to represent them well and just keep a positive outlook on what a Philly fan is.
We want to create something for all Phillies fans. Any Philly fan that wants to come out and join us and root the Phillies and, promote a positive outlook for the team and for the city, come join us.
They became a great part of Phillies lore. Back out on the road, our problems continued.
Out toward left field, McCutchen going back toward the wall, and it is gone. And this is what we're talking about, that something was bothering him.
Kind of pulled off that pitch a little bit, and it didn't look like he was real comfortable right there after that pitch.
Another unsung hero emerged from the bench as Ronald Torreyes made a strong contribution.
Little guy at shortstop showing pop.
Who's that remind you of?
The little guy at shortstop.
J-Roll.
Ground ball past the diving Trey Turner into left field. The Phillies take the lead again. It's an RBI single for Ronald Torreyes.
On June 25th, Aaron Nola made a little history.
He did it! He ties Tom Seaver's major league record for consecutive strikeouts in a game. He has struck out 10 in a row. This is incredible on so many levels for the Phillies right-hander. How about it? 51 years.
Remarkable. Then backed it up with his bat.
Out toward right center field. On the run is Conforto. He's not going to get it. Maton's around third. The throw to the plate is not in time. RBI double for Aaron Nola. That's right. Exclamation point.
Doing it all, Tom.
That is just remarkable.
But once again, the bullpen couldn't hold the lead.
Gloved by Alvarado, and his high throw is lost in the sun by Rhys Hoskins, and Guillorme will go to second. A line drive back through the middle, a base hit that'll tie the game up at 1 here in the 7th inning. That one's pulled back toward the middle, a base hit into center field. Lindor is going to score, and the Mets are going to come from behind and win game 1 of this doubleheader.
Phillies let one get away yet again.
As the calendar changed to July, a new hero emerged.
Fernando Tatis has enjoyed his weekend with the Fanatic.
Brad Miller, on his second stint with the team, proved to be a most valuable bench player.
Swing and a high fly ball, deep, right center field, going back as he has walked him off here at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies win it.
And it gives the Phillies a victory here in the bottom of the 10th inning after blowing a 3-run lead in the 9th inning.
In the last game at Wrigley, it was Miller time once again.
Through the wind, it's gone.
Or he can hit another one.
Deep to right field. That's a long one.
Oh my gosh.
He crushes it to right field. It's a 3-home run game.
And it's pretty cool that his parents got to be at that game.
You know, just to get to play here in front of the fans. This is my first time in front of the fans. This place is special, and having my parents here and their support was pretty cool. So I gave them a point after the third one. But yeah, just dreaming.
They go from Wrigley Field, iconic, to Fenway Park, another iconic yard. 3-2 pitch, and that one is crushed. Wow. Deep to left field. Forget about it. Out of the ballpark. to left center field, and Williams makes the diving grab as the sunglasses pop off.
I love the way he goes about his business. He is not scared out there, and he gets a very good jump on this ball, and he goes after it.
And that one is crushed also to deep left field. It's off the sign above the green monster. A 2-run home run. Line drive out towards center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit.
And another really big base hit from Ronnie Torres. A little bit of an unsung hero.
There's a high fly ball to left field. Verdugo will just stand and watch. It is long gone.
Ronnie Torres cranks it over the green monster, and that's a huge base hit for him. And my goodness, gotta believe he's coming in again with it.
1-2. Bounced on the ground toward first. Backhanded by Hoskins. Flips to Suarez, covering in time. And the Phillies have taken 2 of 3 from the first place Boston Red Sox.
We finished the road trip 5-2, back to the 500 mark at the All-Star break. The period right after the All-Star break is always a decisive time for a baseball front office. For a team playing 500 with the trade deadline looming, the issue becomes, should they become buyers or sellers? It's a tricky call. Make moves for the future or try to win now? Not many executives in Major League Baseball have more trade deadline experience than Dave Dombrowski.
You know, a lot of folks wondered if the Phillies were going to buy or they were going to sell. I don't think Dave Dombrowski wavered one bit. He came here to win. He came here to get this team to October, and he was going to do everything he could do to make that happen.
Obviously, you'd rather be a buyer than a seller, even though both of them have major impacts on your organization. But I know that David's, been one of those guys that always wants to be a buyer, and I'm sure he was kind of waiting for the team to accelerate the decision for him, and fortunately they started playing better baseball.
The Phillies in late July were showing signs of remarkable resiliency.
Field line, 1 run is in. Here comes Hoskins. Dini's around third. He's being waved home. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Runner goes. Pitch inside. Throw to second is in time. That's the best throw he's had this year.
Gene Segura was having an incredible year.
Pulls it off the third base bag down the left field line. It's a 2-run double for Gene Segura. Phillies lead it 3-1.
I mean, this guy, he finds a way to put a ball in play and make things happen.
He's a great competitor. He wants to win. He goes about it the right way. It's fun to watch him play the game, and he really cares. He cares so much about his team. He cares so much about winning and Philadelphia baseball. He loves to be here, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
JT was showing why he is such a fan favorite.
Fly ball right field. This should do it. Going back is Harris, and it's going to do it in a big way. Out of the ballpark. Exclamation point for Real Muto and the Phils. A 2-run home run. It took off. And the Phillies win it in the 10th inning, 4-2.
JT is the textbook definition of a gamer.
Swing and a miss. Throw to second base is in time. A strikeout, throw-out, double play. Well, cue shot. It was foul, then it went fair. And Josh Bell saved it first. He took his time. How about JT? He saw it. He saw that he had a chance.
And some young guys were opening eyes.
Bailey Falter strikes out Monte Harrison with the bases loaded to end this threat in the top of the 8th.
Out to right field. Soto's going back. This game is over. Andrew McCutchen has just walked it off for the Phils. An opposite field 3-run home run. And the pitch. And a hot shot towards short. Past the diving Escobar. Here comes Ball. The Phillies have come all the way back down 7 to tie it at 7. And a high fly ball to deep right field. Forget about it. It's a grand slam walk-off home run.
I don't know what they call this. A splashdown, maybe?
Game. This is going to be a soft spot. Oh! That's huge. So it's going to walk.
I'm just glad I don't have to pay the laundry bill. As the deadline approached, Dave Dombrowski pulled the trigger and immediately bolstered the pitching staff. We got a reliable bullpen arm in Ian Kennedy and a starting pitcher, Kyle Gibson, who is signed through next year. Gibson's first outing as a Philly proved to be the beginning of a very special run.
Swing and a miss at a changeup. And there is the third strikeout of the day, and it's number 1,000 for Kyle Gibson in his big league career. He did a heck of a job today, 113 pitches.
It was a lot of fun. Going out there and there's nothing like pitching in a pennant race, and being on a team that's that's fighting every single day to get to where you want to be, and it was a lot of fun.
Next, it was 4 games in D.C.
Swing and a miss and a high fastball, and the ball game is over. They come from behind and they win it by a final score of 7-5.
Bryce loves going back there.
That ball's hit out toward left center field. It's hit well. Stevenson's going back. Forget about it. It is gone. A long home run for Bryce Harper. It's the 5th one this year against the Nationals. Blowing kisses to the crowd.
Yep. Back to the well-wishers.
Even with a nagging groin injury, Rhys Hoskins was on a roll.
Rhys hits one deep to left field. That one is long gone. A 2-run bomb for Rhys. I guess the groin's okay.
On the last game in D.C., we were down by 2 in the 9th.
And a line drive out toward right center field. That's going to be in for an extra base hit. The game is tied. Herrera scores. Torreyes scores. JT's at second. It's a 5-5 game. There's a line drive out toward left field. Going back is Hernandez. He won't get it. It's a 2-run double for Rhys. And the Phillies take the lead. They lead it 7-5 with 2 outs here in the 9th inning.
They are the cardiac kids.
Bouncer toward the mound. Picked up by Bradley. Throws to first. Ball game is over. The Phillies come from behind. They win it 7-6. They're within a half game of first place in the National League East.
Back home, Alumni Weekend. The first place Mets in town. Electric. On Friday night, the Phillies honored our late president, David Montgomery, who had just been recognized by the Hall of Fame with the Buck O'Neil Award. In an emotional pregame video, Chase Utley explained the meaning of this honor.
It's very fitting that David won the Buck O'Neil Award, presented to, and I quote, an individual for extraordinary efforts to enhance baseball's positive impact on society. They definitely got that one right.
That night, the Phillies went out and played a game that would have made David proud.
He would love this. This is a shot into the second deck. Didi Gregorius, his 10th home run of the year. And Nimmo bounces it out to second base. Segura to second for 1. Over to first in time. That one's pulled toward left. How about that? Kyle Gibson, an RBI single.
Hey, there's some juice in this place. You don't really understand the home field advantage until you put on the red and white pinstripes, fill this ballpark up, and it is something special.
To center field. Nimmo's going back. That one is gone! A 2-run home run for Bryce Harper, adding a little insurance here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 4-1 game.
Ring that bell, Bryce. Ring it, baby.
Woo. These fans have been dying for this for how many years, T-Mac?
Out to center field. Going back on a Jankowski. Makes the catch, and the Phillies have moved into first place in the National League East.
On Saturday, the Phillies inducted Manny Trio onto the Wall of Fame. The slick fielding second baseman helped the team get its first championship back in 1980.
I gotta say it again. Thank you, you fans, and thank you all, and God bless you all. Thank you.
At the trade deadline, Dave Dombrowski also brought back an old friend, Freddie Galvis, to provide some defensive depth and veteran leadership. It was great to have him back. Always a fan favorite, Manny was also a sense of pride to the half-dozen Venezuelans on the roster, including the starting pitcher that night, Ranger Suarez.
Swing and a miss, 96 miles an hour.
And outfielder Odubel Herrera.
He blasts one way back to right, and that's a game changer. second deck for Odubel Herrera. 3-run home run, his first homer in this ballpark this year.
Wow.
4-0, Phillies lead it.
You gotta love Alumni Weekend, especially if you're around the broadcast booth.
Hey everybody, welcome into the NBC Sports Lounge. That's right, we have transformed our booth because we're going to have some guests here tonight.
Sometimes you wondered if they were even watching the game.
Just gives me more stuff to spill on my shirt.
Are we allowed to speak with our mouths full?
Do you guys have a burp button when you have to?
I don't think Jimmy has any idea that I'm his fashion coordinator.
Yeah, no idea.
All stretchy stuff. Stretchy shorts, stretchy pants, stretchy jeans. We're all welcomed in as part of the family. And, you know, never played with Jimmy, never played with Ryan, but when you see him, you know, it's like old family day again, you know?
The count 1-2 to J.D. Davis. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 7 in a row for the Phils. A big-time save for Ian Kennedy as the Phillies win it 5-3.
For the Sunday finale, the Phillies extended the ultimate honor a team can give a player. With quite a few of his former teammates on hand, Roy Halladay's number 34 was retired.
Roy was the most prepared, disciplined, detailed, diligent, focused, fiercest, and hardest working machine of consistency on the planet. On behalf of everyone who knew Roy, I would like to thank John Middleton and the Phillies organization for preserving his legacy in the great city of Philadelphia.
One more time. Number 34, Phillies pitcher, Roy Halladay.
It was an emotional ceremony, and that emotion was not lost to the men in the Phillies dugout.
Segura sends one in the air out toward left field. Smith's going back. It's gone! And what a reaction by Segura as he's going up the first base line.
That's another home run.
Right field. Conforto's going back. It's going to be gone! In the air to left field. Dominic Smith is going back, and he's going to be a spectator. On opposite field, solo home run for Bryce.
But the true star of the day was Zach Wheeler.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a foul tip. Wheeler. Oh, bare hands as he leaps in the air. Back in the mound. And fires to first in time. You may not see a pitcher make a better play. Swing and a miss. 21 in a row retired by Zach Wheeler. 2 outs here at the top of the 9th inning. And the pitch to Alonso. Swing and a miss. He got him. The Phillies have swept out the New York Mets. A complete game shutout by Zach Wheeler, who scattered only 2 hits on an afternoon when the Phillies honored Roy Halladay and retired his number 34. Zach Wheeler put together a Roy Halladay-esque outing today.
I was lucky enough to pitch on, Roy's day, and just try to do my best and just kind of represent him while I was out there.
On a day that you honor one of the greatest pitchers that I've witnessed pitch, he goes out and it was like Roy had his hand on him. He gives a Roy Halladay appearance today.
It was an incredible weekend, one that you might think would catapult the team to a division title. Unfortunately, things began to slide in the other direction.
It's now 2-0.
The 1 pitch, swung on, that one's hit high in the air to center field, right center field, going back on it, looking up is Odubel Herrera, and that ball is gone. Joey Votto being Joey Votto.
Over the next 9 games, we went 2-7, including a disastrous sweep in Arizona to a team 40 games under 500.
So is the series. The Phillies have been swept out of Arizona.
Everyone knows that baseball is woven into family life in many homes across America and the world. It doesn't get any more fun than brother against brother in a big league game. That dream came true for the Nola brothers on August 21st.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And little brother gets big brother swinging the first time around.
2-1 pitch. Lifted shallow right field. Segura goes out, makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Words can't describe it right now. I'm just trying to soak it all in and
enjoy the moment because we've been waiting for this for since they were a little kid. Honestly, this is the highlight of my life.
It was also pretty cool that Tom McCarthy's son, Patrick, got called up from AAA that weekend to fill in for his dad in the booth.
Miller for the final out here in the 6th. 18 in a row for Aaron Nola to start the ball game.
The kid has some chops. Aaron had a no-hitter going till the 7th, and then was 1 out away from a win.
Fly ball. Out to right center field. Jankowski goes to the wall. Did he get it? No. It's a game-tying 2-run home run for Jake Cronenworth. The 1-2 down low. It gets away from Knapp. Here comes Frazier. He scores, and the Padres win it 4-3.
I'm not sure which brother got the bragging rights. Injuries are a part of any season.
To get Segura, who comes up limping.
Didi Gregorius had a variety of nagging issues that kept him from playing at his peak. And JT Realmuto was able to remain a strong presence in the heart of the order, despite the wear and tear most catchers have to endure.
Other way, and a base hit to right field. Reese looked like he spun his wheels again. That groin is not 100%. He may have hurt himself. He is hurt, yep. And Reese smokes one to deep left field. It is gone! He just tied this game up. He's not 100%. But man, oh man, does he make a difference in this lineup.
Every team has its share of injuries, but losing Zach Eflin and Rhys Hoskins for the remainder of the season was a huge obstacle to overcome.
And a high fly ball to right, and this game is no longer tied. That is a monster 3-run home run. And the Rays have swept out the Phillies in the season series, and in doing so, the Phillies are now 5 games back behind the idle Atlanta Braves.
By the end of August, the Phillies had slid back below 500.
I mean, it's frustrating. You know, we battled back to, tie the score. You get a big home run by Rhys. He's given everything he's got. Let me tell you, I give Rhys a ton of credit because he's really gotten through this.
And that one is hit well. Out to right center field. The Diamondbacks are going to have the lead. It's going to be a 2-run lead.
And just when everybody thought they were down for the count, up they came off the mat, Rocky style.
And a high fly ball to deep right field. We are tied up. It's a 6-6 game here in the 10th inning. And he fights it off down the right field line. It drops in for a base hit, and the Phillies are going to win the ball game. That one is hit high and deep to right. It is a moonshot, and it's gone. And it finished the month of August in a resounding way. Their 17th win. It's the most wins in a month since May of 2019.
We were riding a 5-game winning streak into September, but found ourselves down 6-0 in our last game in D.C.
And he hits that one sharply, and it goes past Garcia off his glove. And the Phillies have come all the way back. They've tied it up at 6. Amazing. Ground ball, right side. Garcia's got it. He thought about going home. That's going to cost him. The Phillies will take the lead. It's a 7-6 ball game. The Phillies erased a 6-run deficit to win it 7-6. They have swept out the Nationals.
One of the great success stories of 2021 was Ranger Suarez, who had a 1-year turnaround that defied the odds.
I think Ranger Suarez was one of the best stories on this team. Here's a kid who missed basically all of 2020 because he came down with COVID. He tested positive, and really a lost season. Finally, he comes up here about a month into the season, 2021, and they're using him as a long man at first. And then, they having trouble in that closer's role. Okay, I'll go close. And he does a great job out there. They put him back in the rotation, and he absolutely dazzled. Starting pitching is still a great commodity in this game, and you came out of this season with one of them, a guy you can put in there in 2022, and I think really count on to be a mainstay in that rotation.
By now, it was fairly evident that Bryce Harper was having an MVP season. Everyone had a front row seat to a truly spectacular performance. In a newspaper editorial, Mike Schmidt paid Bryce the highest compliment.
He does play like Pete Rose. That's a great way to describe it, Pete Rose with power.
Bryce is an incredible baseball player, right? He does seemingly everything on the field extremely well.
The best stretch I've ever seen in the big leagues by anyone, night in and night out. It's like he's just putting the team on his back and going out and producing.
I think really it's part of the reason why Bryce is so beloved. Obviously he's performed incredibly well, and he's made this city home, but it's how he plays. It's the style.
Yeah, I think you're just getting to see the complete baseball player, especially this year with Bryce, and it's been pretty historic to watch, honestly.
High and deep, watch this baby sail. Oh, Bryce Harper.
On September 16th, our fans were treated to an incredible night at the ballpark. Because of injury issues with our starting pitching, we had to have a bullpen game. Joe Girardi was relying on relief pitchers to get us to the late innings.
This is a bona fide bullpen game.
My broadcast colleague, John Kruk, voiced his displeasure with this relatively new phenomenon.
We're in the third inning. We've had 3 pitchers already. With the starter, you could find out as the game goes on what's working best in the second, third inning. These guys aren't getting to the second or third inning.
Correct.
I think we just figured out we're not fans of this, Tom.
That one's going to be pulled out toward left center field. It's going to drop for a hit. It's a 2-run double for Wisdom. That one's out toward left field. McCutcheon's going back, and it is gone. It's 7 runs, 7 earned runs in this inning on 3 hits. Hendricks, who sacrificed early on, hits this one back. Look out, Johnny.
I'm begging it to hit me in the head.
It's 7-0. Phillies are down.
Got them right where we want them. Yep. This isn't over yet. There's something. I got a feeling.
Opposite way from McCutcheon. Going back on his rebounds. It's over his head. A one-hop off the wall. 2 runs will score. McCutcheon goes to second.
There you
go. Broken bat line drive into left field. A run will score. The whole Galvis at third. It's a 7-4 game. Broken bat. Looper back toward the middle. A base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Segura. Heading home, and the Phillies have tied the game. 7-run, 4th inning. You can go dancing all through the stands.
I love this game. Hey, what the heck? Let's have a bullpen game again tomorrow.
Shot the other way. It is a fair ball down the left field line. Herrera's heading home. The Phillies have taken the lead. This wacky, wonderful game of baseball, with all of its warts, and a line drive base hit into left field. There's a hit. 2 runs are going to score. It'll move a lines 1 to left field. That's going to be it for a base hit. It's going to go to the corner. It's a 2-run double. The Phillies leading 12-8. And that one is crushed deep to right field. Forget about it. Gone into the second deck. 3-run home run. He has lifted the lid off the ballpark.
Just incredible what this man has done in the second half. Climb on, boys. I got some broad shoulders.
Oh, this is fun, isn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
See, you guys are complaining. Bullpen game, loud 7-0. Power positivity, Tom. It's a strong thing.
As the stretch drive began to wind down, we started the last homestand of the season. There's nothing like late September hometown baseball in a pennant race.
And he hits it down the right field line. Santander on the run over toward the corner. He can't get it. It's a
game over, baby.
Harper's already at third. He's coming home. The throw to the plate is not in time. It's a walk-off 2-run triple by JT Realmuto. Here in the bottom of the 10th inning, the Phillies win it. Back toward the middle, flag down by Wheeler. Second for 1, over to first in time. Opposite way. Oh, what a play by Bierling. Wow. Harper's throw to the plate is on the fly. He's out at home plate. He had no chance to get to the dish. To right field, Harper's got room, and he makes the catch. It's a can of corn.
It was an exciting week at Citizens Bank Park, and there were more than a few echoes from the not-too-distant past in the air.
And it is gone. It's a 3-run home run, and the second inning. Line drive out toward left field. Alford's going back. It's over his head, and it bounces out of the yard. It's a 3-run home run for Ronald Torreyes. And for the 4th time this year, the Phillies have erased at least a 6-run deficit. They've taken the lead. It's 8-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Out to right field. Going back on it is Tsutsugo. Back to the wall. Gone! JT off the bench is 3 for 3 with 4 ribbies. Even baseball is remarkable, isn't it? The ebbs and flows of a season sometimes pale in comparison to the ebbs and flows to a game. As it's another improbable victory for the Phils. Down 6-0 in this game. They've scored 12 unanswered runs. Yeah, the air to right field, going back on it is Gamble. It is gone! Didi has done it, and the Phillies have retaken the lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 8-6 Phils. This team is amazing.
They can upset your stomach and then cure it all at once. It's unbelievable.
Back toward the middle, flag down by Hector. Look at him celebrate as he goes to the bag all by himself. Makes the catch and the ball game is over. The Phils pull to within a game of the Atlanta Braves in the National League East as they reach 80 wins on the season.
On September 25th, Ranger Suarez took the mound and gave a performance that had the home crowd excited for the future.
Swing and a miss. And strike 3 called on the inside corner. He did try to bust him in. Swing and a miss. Depot bunts and easy play. That's as Cliff Lee-like casual as you'll find from Ranger Suarez. It's just 6 pitches. Back toward the middle and off the glove. Picked up by Didi, running and throwing in time. Check swing, he went. He just struck out the side.
Of course, he had a little help from his friends.
That ball's hit well out towards center field. Reynolds going back toward the wall. It is gone!
Young call-up Matt Vierling made a pretty good impression.
That ball is gone! With his first major league home run. He drops it in the batter's eye, and Matt Vierling has a big league homer. The 26-year-old left-hander. The 2-2. Ground ball to shortstop. Hit sharply. This should do it. Didi across the diamond. In time. It's a 4-hit shutout for Ranger Suarez on a day when the Phillies needed it most. They win it 3-0. He was amazing this afternoon.
Before the last game, Bryce Harper addressed the crowd.
Me and my teammates just want to tell you guys thank you so much for the opportunity to play in front of you guys this year. We got today and 6 more big ones. So hopefully we're back here October 11th, and we bring back October baseball. So we got a big week ahead, and thank you so much.
Unfortunately, for the 2nd straight year, they came up short in the final week of the season. The postmortem by Joe Girardi was very honest.
I feel like I failed, getting us to where we wanted to get to. I always take responsibility, full responsibility. And when you have a chance, and you have a chance in the last week and you don't get it done, it's extreme disappointment. It hurts, right? I mean, we've been going at this, really since the last day of last year, This is a proud franchise, and we need to break this streak. And we're going to do whatever it takes. We're going to do everything we can to do it. I can tell you that. There's such a commitment from the top down. We're going to do everything we can.
Several days after the season ended, Dave Dombrowski offered a clearer and more optimistic perspective.
There's a lot of things that need to be done, but we also have a lot of positives. Bryce Harper's worth the price of admission. I mean, he's a star. We got other stars. We had the all-star starting catcher. I mean, Segura is one of the best second basemen in the game of baseball. Hoskins was among the league leaders in home runs when he went down. There weren't a lot of clubs that wanted to come in and face us with Wheeler and Nola and Suarez pitching. I don't know why we can't try to compete for a championship next year with those pieces. I mean, we have to make good moves. You have to make wise decisions. We could have won our division this year. We were 4 days away from, we got eliminated on Thursday, right? We could have won the division. And you get in the postseason, anything can happen. And you could win the world championship. We have ownership here that's amazing. I mean, they're just tremendous. They want to win. They'll do anything they possibly can to win. But we're going to try to win a championship next year, try to win our division. We'll see what happens. We need to learn how to win.
There is truly an air of optimism going into the 2022 season. With a committed ownership, a savvy front office, and plenty of star power, the future looks bright. The goal in 2020 was simply to get through the season of the pandemic. In 2021, the goal was to build a winner. We are not that far away.
So I'm going to grab a little glass of champagne right here and salute my good friend and the right fielder from Philadelphia Phillies, this year's National League MVP, Bryce Harper.
I'm overwhelmed for sure. I'm very excited. I got so many people to thank. Of course, my family, my wife. I got to thank my teammates, the city of Philadelphia, our fans, John Middleton, and my kiddos plugging me along every single day. My dad, my mom, everybody. I love the city of Philadelphia. I'm just so excited to be able to be there and be part of it. And I'm so grateful to be able to know that I signed to the right place with the right people, with the right organization, and with the right mindset as well.